kindness is often praised as a virtue and a moral duty. We are taught to be kind to others, to help those in need, to forgive and forget, to be compassionate and empathetic. But what if kindness is actually a weakness, a vice, and a source of misery? What if kindness is the enemy of wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control? In this video, we will explore how kindness can ruin your life and why you should adopt a different attitude towards yourself and the world. We will draw on the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which teaches us how to live a good life by following reason and nature, and by cultivating the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. We will show you how kindness can undermine these virtues and how you can replace it with a more rational and beneficial approach. We will challenge some of the common misconceptions and myths about kindness and reveal the hidden dangers and costs of being too kind. Here are the 8 ways how kindness will ruin your life. 1. Kindness makes you dependent on external things. One of the main principles of Stoicism is that the only thing that is truly good is virtue, and the only thing that is truly bad is vice. Everything else, such as health, wealth, pleasure, fame, and even life and death, is indifferent, meaning that it has no value in itself, but only as a material for virtue or vice. Kindness, however, makes you dependent on external things because it implies that you need something from others, or that others need something from you. Kindness makes you attach your happiness and well-being to things that are outside your control, such as the opinions, actions, and feelings of other people. This makes you vulnerable to disappointment, frustration, anger, and sorrow when things do not go your way, or when people do not appreciate or reciprocate your kindness. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be independent and self-sufficient by focusing on what is in your power, which is your own reason and will. Stoicism teaches you to be content with what you have and to use everything as an opportunity to practice virtue. Stoicism teaches you to be indifferent to external things and to seek happiness and peace within yourself. 2. Kindness makes you irrational and emotional. Another key principle of Stoicism is that reason is the highest faculty of human beings, and that we should use it to guide our actions and judgments. Reason allows us to understand the nature of things and to act in harmony with it. Reason also allows us to overcome our irrational and emotional impulses, which are often the source of our suffering and errors. Kindness, however, makes you irrational and emotional because it is based on sentiment and affection rather than on logic and evidence. Kindness makes you ignore or distort the facts and to act on your feelings rather than on your reason. Kindness makes you susceptible to manipulation, deception, and persuasion by appealing to your emotions rather than to your reason. Kindness also makes you prone to emotional disturbances such as anxiety, guilt, pity, and resentment when you are unable to fulfill your kindness or when your kindness is rejected or abused. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be rational and calm by using your reason to examine and evaluate everything. Stoicism teaches you to be objective and impartial and to act on your principles rather than on your passions. Stoicism also teaches you to be emotionally resilient by understanding that your emotions are the result of your judgments and that you can change them by changing your perspective. Stoicism teaches you to be indifferent to the things that do not depend on you, and to be in control of the things that do depend on you. 3. Kindness makes you weak and cowardly. One of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism is courage, which means facing and overcoming the difficulties and dangers of life without fear or hesitation. Courage also means standing up for what is right and just without compromising or yielding to pressure. Courage is essential for living a good life because it allows us to pursue our goals, to defend our values, and to protect our dignity. Kindness, however, makes you weak and cowardly because it makes you avoid or escape from the challenges and risks of life out of fear or pity. Kindness makes you give up or give in when you encounter resistance or opposition. Kindness makes you compromise or betray your principles out of sympathy or gratitude. Kindness also makes you lose your dignity and self-respect by allowing others to take advantage of you or by begging for their favor or forgiveness. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be strong and brave by facing and embracing the hardships and dangers of life as opportunities to test and improve yourself. Stoicism teaches you to be steadfast and resolute when you encounter obstacles or enemies. Stoicism teaches you to be loyal and honorable by sticking to your convictions and by respecting yourself and others. Stoicism teaches you to be dignified and noble by being self-reliant and generous and by asking for nothing and owing nothing. 4. Kindness makes you unjust and unfair. Another one of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism is justice, which means treating everyone according to their merits and rights, without favoritism or discrimination. Justice also means contributing to the common good of society by fulfilling your duties and obligations and by respecting the laws and customs. Justice is essential for living a good life, because it allows us to live in harmony and peace with others and to enjoy the benefits of civilization. Kindness, however, makes you unjust and unfair because it makes you treat everyone according to your feelings and preferences without regard for their merits and rights. Kindness makes you favor or discriminate certain people based on your personal ties or interests. Kindness also makes you neglect or harm the common good of society by shirking your duties and obligations or by breaking the laws and customs. Kindness also makes you create or worsen conflicts and inequalities by rewarding or punishing people undeservedly or by interfering or meddling in their affairs. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be just and fair by treating everyone according to their rational nature and moral worth, without bias or prejudice. Stoicism teaches you to be impartial and objective by judging everyone by the same standards and criteria. Stoicism also teaches you to be responsible and cooperative by doing your part and playing your role and by following the rules and conventions. Stoicism also teaches you to be peaceful and harmonious by respecting and helping others and by avoiding or resolving conflicts and inequalities. 5. Kindness makes you intemperate and indulgent. The third one of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism is temperance, which means moderating and regulating your desires and pleasures without excess or deficiency. Temperance also means living a simple and frugal life without luxury or waste. Temperance is essential for living a good life because it allows us to maintain our health and well-being and to avoid the harms and troubles of vice. Kindness, however, makes you intemperate and indulgent because it makes you satisfy and gratify your desires and pleasures without limit or restraint. Kindness makes you live a lavish and wasteful life without moderation or prudence. Kindness also makes you harm or endanger your health and well-being by exposing yourself to the risks and consequences of vice. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be temperate and disciplined by controlling and subduing your desires and pleasures with reason and will. Stoicism teaches you to live a simple and frugal life with contentment and wisdom. Stoicism also teaches you to preserve and improve your health and well-being by avoiding or overcoming the temptations and troubles of vice. 6. Kindness makes you inconsistent and hypocritical. The last one of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism is wisdom, which means having a clear and comprehensive knowledge of yourself and the world, and applying it to your actions and decisions. Wisdom also means being consistent and coherent by aligning your thoughts, words, and deeds, and by living according to your nature and purpose. Wisdom is essential for living a good life because it allows us to achieve our goals, to fulfill our potential, and to express our true self. Kindness, however, makes you inconsistent and hypocritical because it makes you have a vague and partial knowledge of yourself and the world and applying it arbitrarily or selectively to your actions and decisions. Kindness also makes you inconsistent and incoherent by contradicting or changing your thoughts, words, and deeds, and by living against your nature and purpose. Kindness also makes you fail to achieve your goals, to fulfill your potential, and to express your true self. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be wise and enlightened by having a clear and comprehensive knowledge of yourself and the world and applying it consistently and rationally to your actions and decisions. Stoicism teaches you to be consistent and coherent by harmonizing your thoughts, words, and deeds, and by living according to your nature and purpose. Stoicism teaches you to achieve your goals, to fulfill your potential, and to express your true self. 7. Kindness makes you complacent and stagnant. One of the main goals of Stoicism is to achieve eudaimonia, which means a state of happiness, well-being, and flourishing that results from living a virtuous life. Eudaimonia is not a passive or static condition, but an active and dynamic process that requires constant effort and improvement. Eudaimonia is not a matter of having or getting, but of being and doing. Eudaimonia is not a destination, but a journey. Kindness, however, makes you complacent and stagnant because it makes you satisfied and content with what you have or get without striving for more or better. Kindness makes you stop or slow down your progress and growth by settling for the status quo or the minimum. Kindness also makes you miss or waste opportunities and resources by giving them away or sharing them with others without using them for yourself. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be ambitious and dynamic by seeking and pursuing more and better without being attached or dependent on them. Stoicism teaches you to accelerate and enhance your progress and growth by challenging yourself and pushing your limits. Stoicism also teaches you to seize and utilize opportunities and resources by taking them for yourself and by using them for your benefit and improvement. 8. Kindness makes you unhappy and miserable. The ultimate aim of Stoicism is to achieve ataraxia, which means a state of tranquility, serenity, and freedom, that results from being in control of your emotions and desires and being indifferent to external things. Ataraxia is not a negative or apathetic state, but a positive and active state that allows you to enjoy and appreciate life without being disturbed or affected by it. Ataraxia is not a denial or suppression of emotions and desires, but a mastery and regulation of them. Kindness, however, makes you unhappy and miserable because it makes you lose or surrender your control over your emotions and desires and being affected and disturbed by external things. Kindness makes you suffer and struggle with life without being able to enjoy or appreciate it. Kindness also makes you experience or amplify negative emotions and desires, such as sadness, anger, fear, envy, greed, and lust. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches you to be happy and serene by maintaining and exercising your control over your emotions and desires and being indifferent and detached from external things. Stoicism teaches you to enjoy and appreciate life without being troubled or harmed by it. Stoicism also teaches you to avoid or eliminate negative emotions and desires and to cultivate and enhance positive ones, such as joy, courage, love, gratitude, and wisdom. Conclusion. We have seen how kindness can ruin your life by making you dependent, irrational, weak, unjust, intemperate, inconsistent, complacent, and unhappy. We have also seen how Stoicism can improve your life by making you independent, rational, strong, just, temperate, consistent, ambitious, and happy. We hope that this video has challenged some of your assumptions and beliefs about kindness and has inspired you to adopt a more stoic attitude towards yourself and the world. We hope that you will join us in the quest for virtue, eudaimonia, and ataraxia by following the teachings and examples of the great Stoic philosophers, such as Zeno, Cleanthes, Chrysippus, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. We are not saying that you should never be kind to anyone, or that you should be cruel or indifferent to everyone. We are saying that you should be kind to yourself first, and that you should be rational and prudent in your kindness to others. We are saying that you should not let kindness interfere with your virtue, your happiness, or your freedom. We are saying that you should be a Stoic, not a fool. Thank you for watching, and remember, the wise man is always happy, but the fool is always miserable. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about Stoicism and how it can help you live a better life, please subscribe to our channel, VirtuVibe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We upload new videos every week, covering various topics and aspects of Stoicism, such as its history, principles, practices, exercises, quotes, and more. We also invite you to comment, like, and share this video with your friends, family, and anyone who might benefit from it. We would love to hear your feedback, opinions, questions, and suggestions, and to engage with you in a constructive and respectful dialogue. We are here to help you become a better version of yourself and to join a community of like-minded people who share the same passion and interest for Stoicism. Thank you again for your support and attention, and we hope to see you soon in our next video. Until then, stay virtuous, stay happy, and stay free.